Despite both being part of the United Kingdom, both of them on the island of Great Britain, and being next to each other, England and Wales are two different countries. Well, sort of. The whole what exactly is the UK situation has been covered enough here on YouTube, but for the sake of this video, let's just say they are separate countries, with different capital cities and even languages. Yet one of the counties of England actually has the same etymological root as their dragon-loving neighbours. However, if you looked across a map of the counties of England, none of them sound exactly like Wales. I guess the closest would be the likes of Worcestershire, Warwickshire or even Wiltshire, solely due to the fact that like Wales they begin with a W. However, this is because while the country shares its origins with Wales, it doesn't share its name exactly with Wales. I'm making this sound way more confusing than it needs to be, so I guess I should clarify a bit. Wales isn't called Wales in Welsh, it's called Cymru. With this in mind, it's easy to see what English county's name is similar to Wales, specifically one of the most northern counties in England, that of course being Cumbria. It's much easier to see the phonetic similarities between Cumbria and Cymru. So how on earth did this northern point of England and country to the west of England end up sharing an etymological root? Well, for this we have the settlers of Britain before the Romans and the Saxons to thank. The Celtic. I've actually done a whole video about the Celtic names for Britain in places like Wales, Scotland and Cornwall, but there was one place I didn't mention, that of course being Cumbria, and I don't think this was just me being my usual forgetful self. One article I found dubbed Cumbria the Forgotten Celtic Kingdom, with there still being traces of this forgotten kingdom in Cumbria to this day. And while I'm talking about Cumbria, I can't help but mention that you should go visit. Seriously, it's breathtaking. And yes, with Cumbria being a Celtic kingdom, that means they would have used a Celtic language. And you know, Welsh is a Celtic language too. It was from the earlier Brythonic Celtic word of Combrogi, where both the names of Cymru and Cumbria come from, with this word meaning fellow countrymen. With the understanding that this word means fellow countrymen, it's easy to see why it would be adopted as a place name for multiple Celtic places. It's a welcoming and inviting word that puts perhaps one of the most important aspects of society at the forefront, the other people who you live with. When the Romans finally reached England's northern points, they adapted the name to Cumberland, which can still be seen in some aspects of the UK. Of course, most importantly in one of our finest exports, the Cumberland sausage. I mean, look at it, it's a thing of beauty. While Wales' Celtic roots are still remembered, Cumbria's have somewhat fallen out of the collective knowledge, but these Celtic roots can still be seen in the county's name and its ties to the country of Wales. Cumbria was suggested by Matthew Haydow, and thanks to their suggestion, they will now be honoured as Name Explain's patron saint of Cumbria. Why not support Name Explain on Patreon too? Just $1 a month earns you a weekly chance to suggest somewhere for the Tuesday patron saint video. And of course, a huge thank you to all my patrons. These Tuesday videos would not be possible without the support of everyone who donates every month on Patreon. Just $1 a month helps out in a huge way and gets you exclusive patron rewards. Thank you.